Palantir just dropped a massive announcement today. People are excited. This clears the air of fear and uncertainty lately. However, something bigger just got leaked by the CEO, and it's going to affect Palantir big time. Multi-trillion-dollar opportunity is here. This might be your last chance. But what on earth am I even talking about? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Big news just dropped about Palantir today. But let's start with the very beginning. Today, they've made a bold move by hiring Miller Strategies, a top-tier lobbying firm, to help with defense policy and appropriations. This is a serious play, and it says a lot about where the company's focus is right now. Here's some context. Since 2009, Palantir has raked in nearly $2.5 billion in contracts from the US government. That's impressive. But what's even crazier is that more than half of that, about $1.3 billion, came straight from the Department of Defense. And they're not slowing down. In fact, they've been steadily locking in bigger and bigger deals each year, hitting a record $531 million in fiscal year 2024. Now, with moves like this, it's clear Palantir isn't just resting on its reputation. They're going all in to strengthen their relationship with the government, especially in defense. At a time when global security is a hot topic, this could position Palantir as an even bigger player in shaping policy and securing major contracts. It's fascinating to watch how they're pushing their influence and cementing their role in the tech defense space. And this announcement couldn't have come at a better time. Palantir's stock has been on a rough ride lately, crashing for days. The atmosphere around it has been pretty grim, with people panicking and selling off their positions left and right. It's been a tough scene for anyone invested in the company. But this kind of announcement? It's like a lifeline. It's a big deal that injects hope and sparks excitement, even in the middle of all the market chaos. It's a reminder that Palantir is still making bold moves and securing its place in one of the most lucrative sectors, defense. For those who've been feeling down about the recent price drops, this is the kind of news that makes them think twice about jumping ship. It's a signal that the company is still playing the long game, and there's a lot more ahead. But here's the thing. This announcement might just be the tip of the iceberg. Sure, there's a ton of speculation out there saying Palantir might never recover. The doubters are loud right now. But let me tell you something that could completely shift the narrative. Just today, Nvidia's CEO Jensen Huang dropped multiple bombshells, and they're massive. At the CES 2025 conference, Huang stood on that stage and made it clear. We're entering the age of AI agentics. He called it a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity and said it's about to redefine how people work and innovate. Huang didn't just stop there. He used his keynote to explain how agentic AI is the next evolution of AI, a leap beyond generative AI. This is about smart, adaptable AI agents that can assist across industries, from finance to logistics to public safety. It's not just hype. Huang painted a future where this sector will dominate, describing it as a multi-trillion-dollar opportunity. So what does all this mean for Palantir and its investors? Well, this could be huge. Palantir has already cemented itself as a leader in integrating advanced analytics, AI, and machine learning into real-world solutions. They're not just dabbling in AI, they're building platforms that could power this exact kind of future. If Huang is right, and AI agents become the backbone of industries, Palantir is perfectly positioned to ride that wave. Their platforms are tailor-made for the kind of advanced AI deployments Huang is talking about. For investors, this is a glimmer of light in what felt like a pretty dark time. It's a reminder that the real potential of Palantir might still be unfolding. And we're just starting to see how big it could get. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Palantir isn't just positioned to benefit from this shift. It could very well be one of the main platforms powering it. Think about it. If AI agents and robotics are going to transform industries, they'll need the kind of advanced analytics and data-driven infrastructure Palantir excels at. One Twitter user even pointed this out in a quick but powerful tweet, saying that Palantir will likely be one of the core platforms used to train AI and robots for these next-generation applications. It makes sense, right? Palantir's software is already being used to integrate complex systems, analyze massive datasets, and enable intelligent decision-making. It's the kind of foundation that's tailor-made for this AI-driven future. But it doesn't end there. Here's another bombshell from Jensen Huang. Today, he didn't just talk about AI. He also dropped a statement that's sending shockwaves through the tech world. He said quantum computing is still 20 years away from being useful. The impact was immediate. Dwave Quantum, a company heavily focused on quantum tech, saw its stock nosedive, dropping as much as 49% before ending the day down 36%. And let's not forget, this stock has been on an insane run, up 1,000% since September. But Huang's comments clearly rattled investors. Now you might think, what's the impact of this when it comes to Palantir? Well, let me tell you a lot, actually. If quantum computing is really decades away, it means the industries Palantir serves will remain focused on solutions grounded in today's technology. Things like advanced analytics, AI, and machine learning. And guess who's already leading the charge in those areas? This could give Palantir more time to dominate the space and solidify its role as a go-to platform for cutting-edge AI. While quantum computing will eventually be a game-changer, Jensen's comments suggest that it's not an immediate threat to companies like Palantir. Instead, it puts a spotlight on the here and now, where Palantir thrives by delivering practical, scalable solutions for today's biggest challenges. Here's the crazy part. Because of Jensen Huang's comments on quantum computing, the conversation has taken a sharp turn. Investors are now questioning whether pouring money into quantum computing is the best move. Many are starting to believe that AI stocks like Palantir are the smarter choice right now. One Twitter analyst really nailed it with a tweet that sums it up perfectly. He said, "You could invest in quantum computing, or alternatively, you could invest in Palantir." What he's getting at is simple but powerful. While quantum computing is still years away from being practical, AI is here and now. Palantir is already at the forefront of AI and advanced analytics, and it's making major strides in industries where AI is already driving change. With all the hype around AI right now, and with Palantir's strategic positioning in that space, this tweet makes a lot of sense. Palantir is offering tangible, real-world solutions today, while quantum computing is still in the distant future. The company's already built the infrastructure to support the next generation of AI-driven innovation, and it's showing no signs of slowing down. It's a reminder that sometimes focusing on what's already working can be the best move. To really back up the idea that AI is about to make a huge impact on industries, let's look at what Palantir's CTO said in a recent interview. He explained that the true value of AI lies in automation and in achieving enterprise autonomy. He put it perfectly when he said, "Maybe you can be 50% more productive with a co-pilot, but unlocking all of the economic value requires thinking about AI as a type of labor." What he's saying is that AI isn't just about being an assistant that helps you get things done quicker. It's about fundamentally changing how work is done, to the point where AI can take on real, value-creating tasks across entire organizations. This type of automation doesn't just make things more efficient. It transforms the way industries operate, unlocking massive economic potential. Palantir has positioned itself as a powerful platform that can support the kind of enterprise autonomy the CTO was talking about. The tools they're building aren't just about improving productivity. They're about creating entire systems that can make complex decisions, automate processes, and drive value at a scale that wasn't possible before. For investors, this just adds another layer of confidence in Palantir's future. As industries move towards more automation and AI-driven decision-making, Palantir is in the perfect position to lead the way. The company isn't just following trends. It's actively shaping the future of AI and enterprise solutions. When you take everything into consideration, the bold moves Palantir is making, the growing potential of AI, and the way the company is positioned in the market, it's starting to look like the recent price crash might just be a little bump in the road. Sure, it feels tough in the short term, but long term, the future looks much brighter. One user on Twitter put it perfectly in a tweet, saying that the best thing we can do right now is to hold our Palantir. It's a reminder that, while the market can be volatile, and the immediate future might seem uncertain, the company's strategic moves in the booming AI sector make it a smart play for those willing to ride out the ups and downs. In the grand scheme of things, this dip might be nothing more than a temporary setback in what could be a much bigger journey ahead for Palantir. But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an important Palantir update might make you lose money, so don't risk it. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there. The Palantir employees started leaking some stuff, and this actually revealed the company from a very different angle. As it turns out, there's so much we don't know about Palantir, and this makes me bullish like never before. New price forecasts are out, And the numbers people are talking about are actually crazy. They are much higher than we were looking for. But what am I even talking about? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. As you may already know, huge institutions such as banks are always giving out their target price for up-and-coming stocks. Palantir caught the attention of the Bank of America, recently causing them to release a new target price for them at $50 per share. But these price predictions could be small compared to the potential of Palantir. So, what is it that Palantir is doing today that makes them a company full of amazing possibilities? It all starts with their effort to churn out new products and offerings. This also extends to the number of clients that they're onboarding. In fact, Palantir has revealed a new wave of customers in action at their AIPCon event. Today, Palantir announced the live stream of their 5th AIPCon. And this is going to be a huge event with possibly thousands or even millions of people watching. Over 100 organizations are taking part in the event, many of them speaking publicly about their work with Palantir for the first time. We're about to hear stories of Palantir's successes, with over 100 partners that they have. This includes major names like the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, Aramark, BP, and many others. The event will showcase how these companies are using Palantir's technology. It's a big moment for Palantir as they demonstrate the growing adoption of their platform. AIPCon will be live streamed today, giving a broader audience the chance to see these partnerships in action. Everybody is excited about this. As a matter of fact, an employee from Palantir has been secretly revealing their preparations for the event on X. They even uploaded photos of the tech they're using for this event. What they're about to reveal here could be industry-shattering. On the other side of the fence, Palantir's stock price has been experiencing some wild and unpredictable movement recently. But mostly, it's leaning towards good news for its holders. In the last trading session, things took an even crazier turn when someone bought 3 million shares. And this isn't something people do if they don't believe in the stock's potential. This is a significant amount of buying from either one person or a large institution, which immediately caught attention. But here's what is even more exciting. During this same trading session, Palantir reached its all-time high price. With this in mind, there could be a chance that they will break this soon and close at a price higher than this. This massive purchase, combined with the record-high stock price, has led to a lot of excitement and speculation about where Palantir is headed next. On one hand, this kind of large-scale buying can be extremely beneficial for Palantir's future. How so? It shows that big investors, whether they are individuals or institutions, are placing their confidence in the company. When someone is willing to buy such a large number of shares, it sends a strong message to the market. Other investors tend to follow these kinds of moves, believing that those making such big purchases have insight into the company's future potential. It's like having a domino effect in the stock market. This increased confidence can help drive the stock price higher as more and more investors jump in, hoping to ride the wave of growth. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. The impact of this massive buy could help boost Palantir's market image. When investors see large purchases, especially when a stock hits an all-time high, they begin to view it as a strong performer, and more eyes will be looking at them. This positive momentum could lead to more media attention, increased interest from analysts, and even more institutional investors considering Palantir as part of their portfolios. As the company continues to demonstrate strong performance, this confidence could snowball, further driving up the price. But there are downsides to these too. One of the biggest risks of such large, single investor buys is the volatility it can create. When a single person or institution purchases millions of shares, they hold a significant amount of power over the stock's movement. One or only a few entities have all the power. And here's what's even scarier. If that investor decides to sell a large portion of their shares later on, it could cause a sharp drop in the stock price. This can create a boom and bust cycle where the stock price rises quickly on the back of large buys. But then it could also fall just as fast when those shares are sold. It also introduces more unpredictability, making it harder for smaller investors to know when to enter or exit the stock. For those who are not closely watching the market, this kind of volatility can lead to significant losses if they buy at a high price, only for the stock to drop unexpectedly. But here's something more interesting. When a stock hits its all-time high, it can lead to increased pressure. Investors might start to question whether the stock has more room to grow, or if it's reaching its peak. If people believe the stock price is overvalued, there could be a wave of selling, which could bring the price back down. This is why large buys like the one we just saw, while exciting, can also make the market more nervous. In the long run, this big buy could signal a bright future for Palantir. It shows confidence from major players, which often brings more stability and growth. However, the downside is that it introduces more volatility and uncertainty. If that investor eventually decides to sell, the market could experience a sharp drop. As with any stock, there are both risks and rewards. But if people see this as a huge sign for Palantir to grow big in the future given the potential of the stock, then they could have the opportunity of a lifetime today. And if they stay their course, Palantir could explode. The $50 per share target price will look cheap in comparison to their potential. So, how will they be able to achieve a really high share price in the future? Apparently, people have been observing something about Palantir. People are starting to view Palantir in the same way Microsoft was seen back in 1993. During this period, Microsoft was a company with the potential to redefine entire industries. And look at where they are now. At that time, Microsoft was still laying the foundation for its dominance in the tech world, and many believe Palantir could be at a similar inflection point today. This is not even a speculation. We're already seeing this happen right before our eyes, and they've penetrated tons of industries with their offerings. With its cutting-edge software and data platforms, Palantir is well-positioned to grow significantly in the coming years, much like how Microsoft did over the past few decades. But here's what's exciting about all this. Currently, Palantir's market cap stands at approximately $78 billion. Now, this is where it gets interesting. In comparison, Microsoft's market cap has reached an impressive over $3 trillion today. This means Microsoft is about 40 times larger than Palantir. The size of Microsoft today used to be impossible, and a lot of people didn't believe they could reach where they are now. But they shut their doubters up. With this in mind, Palantir could very well be on their way to replicate this growth. This can be seen as an opportunity for Palantir. When Microsoft was in its early stages, it wasn't the giant we see today. But here they are now being one of the most influential companies across the world. It took time, innovation, and strategic moves to reach its current status. And if Palantir is going to be consistent in their growth, they might even multiply their stock price to 40 times compared to today. You know how much that is? With their stock price trading at around $34 today, if they grow their share 40 times its value, then we're looking at around $1,300. This is such a huge target. Some people might even say this is impossible. After all, even Microsoft's price today is just a little over $420. Only time will tell if they can reach this. What's sure is that Palantir has the potential to follow in Microsoft's footsteps, and the current market cap difference only underscores the room for future growth. But what do you think about this? Let us hear your thoughts in the comments. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, please like this video and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.